At many law schools, the path to a law firm job is pretty clear, and there are a lot of people with whom you can commiserate about the process and connect to and talk with about the kind of work that you're going to be doing. For public interest, it's often a lot harder. But here at Michigan Law, the public defender community is so strong. It's not just a matter of numbers, though that's true. About 10% of the class identifies as aspiring public defenders, and there is strength and community in the numbers of people here who are like-minded, who are interested in pursuing and talking about and studying the same things that you are. But it's beyond that. It's also in the community that they create with each other and for each other.
Well, MDefenders is one of the reasons why I decided to come to Michigan, because I knew that I wanted to be a public defender, and so going to a school that had a sort of like set community was really important to me. And since I started, it was really, really great. I was able to get like a mentor when I was a 1L who was really, really helpful. And then just throughout my law school experience, it was nice to be able to have a community that cared about the same things that I did. And we had monthly meetings, and we got to hear from really great guest speakers and learn more about how to really be a good public defender and like what it actually means.
I think the first year of law school, people tell you it's going to be difficult and isolating, and I think the best moments of that year especially were all moments where I was doing things with other people who were part of the MDefenders program, whether it was like making friends or messaging each other during class or going to MDefenders events, even ones that were on Zoom. Those were the best moments of that year, and in a year that can be really stressful, I actually found it to be kind of exciting because I was starting to meet these people who were also really excited about this job that I wanted to do too. So from the start, I was like, this is the right place, I picked the right one.
But I think one of the special things about MDefenders is also the students that are in it. Obviously the alumni and like the resources on the website and things are super helpful, but I feel like the students who are in it kind of form our own cohort every year, and I honestly wasn't super involved my first year, so even if people don't get involved until later in law school, that doesn't mean you can't join that cohort. But I think like I've really found my people in law school in MDefenders, and I'm excited that all of those people are gonna like go out and become amazing attorneys. And I think that there's not a way that you can be a part of MDefenders and like, as long as you're engaging with that community, there's not a way you can do that and not become like a better version of yourself and become a better public defender. Like if you're willing to lean into that a little bit, like it will lean back into you in a really positive way, I think.
The people who are in MDefenders are incredible. I don't know any other word for it. They're just amazing people. Not only because they're brilliant, not only because they're determined and they're hardworking, they're funny. These are the funniest people I've ever met. They have me laughing all of the time. They are incredibly humble, considering how brilliant and talented they are. They're always willing to learn. That's something that I just was so inspired by being in PDTI. These people were incredibly well equipped to go out into the world, and yet they still wanted to learn new things. And they still were humble enough to know, okay, this is what I need to work on. And they would go back to the drawing table and they would work on stuff. And those are the kinds of people you want to be surrounded by. I think people who don't take themselves too seriously, people who care about the work and care about each other, and people who are going to look out for you. I felt like really supported by everybody in this community, whether it was for public defender stuff or for personal stuff. These are my friends, you know, they're not only colleagues and classmates, they are people who become your friends and your chosen family.
The benefit of the community is it emphasizes that we're all in this together, that we all understand that this can be a stressful and time-consuming and emotionally, challenging job and profession, but that, the struggles are not unique, and that what we're going through, we know that other public defenders are going through, and there's an immediate channel to discuss that and to air kind of how we're feeling in a space that we know is going to be understanding and sympathetic, and that's just such a valuable thing to have as a public defender. And the community just gets larger and larger every year that she graduates a new class from the Institute.
I think that having that community of the folks that were in MDefenders and in the Public Defender Training Institute is invaluable in the first couple weeks, months, years of being a public defender, because those first months are chaos. You don't know how to get into the jail. You don't know the judges, you don't know the prosecutors, you don't know what a good offer looks like, you don't know who your support system is going to be, but you do know there are 20 or 30 other people who are going through exactly what I went through, and they're smart and they're driven and they share my values. And I can send a text message that says, hey, what do I do on a DUI case? And I know that even if I'm panicking, somebody else in that group is going to know what to do, and I can trust that they're going to do it right.
So when you have the combination of the numbers of students interested in this career path, their dedication to supporting each other and thinking hard about these issues, and a faculty that is both willing and wants to be supportive and enable that kind of culture to thrive, it means coming here, you have a wealth of people to support you and to talk to you and to enable you to both be the best defender you can be and find the place where you can do the kind of work you want to do.